Hello, everyone. So today's video is about a session I just had today that I felt I needed to share with you. And it has to do with a client that just recently got woken up. It looks like she was not listening to her messages. And so a walk-in came in, and this is all by contract. And she just started waking up and understanding more of what galactics are, and just a kind of a fast awakening. So my heart went out for her. So she came to me because she was suffering from a whole page um, of diseases, of many autoimmune diseases, and Lyme disease, and things like that. And she was in a lot of pain, and she needed to understand what was happening to her, when this would be over. And also she knew that there was a mission, since in her 20s, that she had some type of mission she needed to do. And she knew this was very important, very serious. So, and if you see me looking to the left, that's where I have my notes. But she came to me asking about really strange things that had happened to her. She had several markings on her body in different times and dates, and she was able to document this information. She had red dots on her foot, red squares on her shoulder. Um, let's see, a big, huge, like, bump on her head. Um, and she also was able to speak light language in elementary school, which later on she suppressed, as of course people were telling her, you need to stop that. She wasn't accepted and she was ridiculed, so of course she stopped doing it. And she wanted to know, she felt like she was pregnant all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. And so she wanted to know if she was in the hybridization program. And she also wanted to remember her abductions, good or bad. So she was ready. She was ready to see what had happened to her. She was ready to see if any of this had caused her issues in this life. So where was she from? She was hearing crunching and popping sound in her brain, and radio sounds on her ear, like inside the brain next to the ear. And she also wanted to know about her parallel lives on Earth and other places. And so what we found is that this beautiful soul is an Egaroth. Egaroth are very ancient beings, and they are extremely loving. I don't know if you guys remember when I used to do the videos with Elena Dannon with the Palladian contacts. Anax was an Egaroth who was incarnated as a Arcturian. And the love that we felt from this being was amazing. And so this woman is a hybrid, is an Egaroth hybrid, and the Egaroth has been coming to visit her. She had actually drawn this Egaroth before. She didn't know what an Egaroth was until today, when she heard the word Egaroth given to her by her guide. So I'm sharing this story because I feel that it's important for you to know that, again, you're not alone. You're not the only one who possibly has marks on her body, who has been experimented on, who has been being used for the hybridization program. The client found out that she had about 13 hybrids. And of course, this was part of her life contract, even though they abused the contract and they abused her. She also knew that physically she was being used sexually by some type of entity. And we found out that the reptilians were actually coming in without her knowledge and assaulting her sexually, and of course taking away her energy, draining her energy as well. And so we did find out that she's going through a 10-year period of all these pains in her body and all this suffering and all that she's going through. And we found out this is part of her life contract, because it's part of what she has to go through to understand and really be able to help heal others that are going to come. And so right now she's not ready to be, on video to tell her story, but she gave me permission to share her story. And so her story was finding out about her life contract, about these 10 years of suffering, so that she could move on then to do her mission, which is to heal others. And of course, as an Egaroth hybrid, she is extremely powerful in her healing abilities. So we also found out that she did have a walk-in not long ago to help her integrate the energies. And again, like I said, it looks like she wasn't waking up fast enough. So it looks like 2 more walk-ins are going to come in, and all of this is part of the contract as well. And they're here to help her, again, integrate more of this energy. I don't know if you guys saw the interview I did with Yukiya Sandara. It was a 2-part interview on my channel. I highly, highly suggest you watch that, because she talks about walk-ins. Also in her session that I posted on YouTube, she talks about walk-ins as well, because she had, I believe, 3 walk-ins, and she had to integrate for several years, with each walk-in. And it's kind of the same story here, where this client is going to have other walk-ins coming in to help her in her journey. So this is more of a of just wanting to share with you that if any of this resonates with you, I wanted you to know that you're not alone. I know this client, she doesn't really have a lot of social media. She doesn't really follow anybody. And she felt very alone, right? Because she is in this very southern part of the US where people are extremely religious. And she always felt like shunned, like she couldn't talk to anybody. Luckily, she did have a friend who turned her into me. Luckily, she found me. So I just want to make sure that that if this resonates, I want you to know you're not alone. There are others out there like you. And as Elena mentions quite often, we are the disclosure. So I want you to feel comfortable in telling your story, whether it's with me or with someone else, it doesn't matter. Just know that you're not alone, and that there are others like you out there. So that's it for today. I hope this helped someone. I know I just needed to get this out there. I don't know why or for who, but I hope this helps whoever needed to hear this. I love you guys. Take care.